Okay, so the first book I read this summer was like 2 months ago. It was Around the World in 80 Days by Jules Verne. So plotline, basically Phileas Fogg is this really rich man. He makes a bet with people in his country club that he can travel the world in 80 days. Um, and they take him up on it. So that night, he and his servant sort of start on this journey to go around the world. And they make it, shocker. But the conflict kind of that was building throughout the story was like there's this detective who's investigating this bank robbery, and once he meets Phileas Fogg, he's like sort of suspicious that Phileas Fogg is the thief. So at every stop, there's a conflict kind of under the surface that maybe Phileas will be stopped and he won't make his bet. Yeah, the conflict is that maybe Phileas Fogg won't make it back to London in 80 days. Um, I thought it was a little bit interesting, like the premise of the book, because they start Phileas Fogg. He's described, I'm quoting, to be exactitude personified. He never took one step too many. I thought that was interesting. Like he's this person who's only sure of guarantees, and he makes his bet. Um, that seemed a little out of character for me, but maybe he's like a gambling man in general, but just exactly too personified somehow. The next thing was like at every single point, it'd be like Phileas Fogg could just like pay his way out of it. Yeah, like this is another quote. Like the chance which now seems lost may present itself at the last moment, and then later it's like up to this time, money had always smoothed away every obstacle. Now money failed. To me, like I feel like that takes away from the adventure part of this book. It's like it's not really an adventure if he's just like living in luxury the whole time. He just pays his way to the next place, like, and the conflict like wasn't really like that suspenseful. It would be just like, oh, like this telegram didn't get there in time, so then the telegram back was delayed, and so they never caught him, and he's already on the next stop. Like, I don't know. I just didn't find that aspect of the book to be that interesting or engaging. But one aspect of the book I think that nobody talks about a lot is like this book's kind of romantic in a way, in the sense that Phileas Fogg meets this woman. Again, another quote: "A charming woman who, strange as it may appear, made him the happiest of men. Truly, would you not for less than that make the tour around the world?" So really, what I think that conveys is that Phileas Fogg initially started this bet against his friends, like £20,000 a night you make it back. But then the most prized position that he takes out of it is not, he's not a changed person inside. He was already exactitude personified to begin with, but he brings back a woman that makes him really happy. And in that sense, I think this book is kind of romantic because he says it was all worth it because he gained the love of his life. And I don't think a lot of people talk about that part, but that's just my 2 cents. Also, I didn't really find it to be some great adventure novel. When I was like looking through the Goodreads reviews, it was like for the time it probably was, but now I'm living in the 21st century. I don't really see it that way. I also don't find the like climax, the conflict to be that convincing. Like I figured they'd probably make it. There wasn't really a doubt in my mind that they wouldn't. But yeah. So overall, I'd probably give it a 3 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Thank you.